Hey guys, and welcome back to another customer wrapped coin roll competition with my brother Ethan. And today we're going to be doing part number 2.
Let's see if I can hold on to my lead or if Scott can pull ahead.
So let's get right into it. After the end of the last video, we went through our copper coins and we each found a San Francisco that we didn't see at the time. He got a 1969 San Francisco and I got a 1973 San Francisco. So those are worth 3 more points each, bringing the score 21 to 26 with Ethan in the lead. So we're still using the same score sheet as last time. Pause it if you want to read it all. But we're going to get right into our first rolls, and I'm going to do mine first. So here we go. I'll open this. Tip you guys up a little. Let's see if we can get something good. In the first roll of part number 2. Okay, so at first glance, I don't see anything too interesting. A lot of zinc in this one, actually. Oh, right there. That's a Canadian. Now, if you flip it over horizontally, it's a 1959 Younghead. Look at that. That's 5 points for me on roll number 1 of part number 2. So let's continue, see if we can get anything else in this roll. Ooh, sorry about that. I'm actually very sick at the moment, so I'm trying my best not to sound really bad for the camera, and that was bad. I apologize for that. So let's keep looking here. Got some copper. Copper. Just a couple. Oh, sweet. A 2009 birth and early childhood first in the series. That means I am up to 6 points for the first roll. 75, 81, 74, nothing else. So that's the end of that roll, and we'll get right into Ethan's first roll.
So I'm going to be opening my first roll of part 2, see if we can get something good. With that last roll, Scott is now winning by 1. See if I can pull ahead.
Sun's super bright this morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm trying my best to have you guys
cannot tell the year on that one.
No? Okay, here. I'll weigh it then to see if it's at least a copper. Look at this one, guys. Just absolutely disgusting.
Oh, there's a 2009.
A 2009? Look at that. Another birth and early childhood. Here, I'll take it. Look at that, guys. That's super shiny, too. Let's see. It's sadly just a Philly, but still, a 2009 is worth 1 point for him. It's just a zinc crusty coin anyway. So, I know that this video is coming out a week and a half after the first part, and I really apologize for the gap between that. But I had some other videos that I wanted to put out, and, I had to give you guys some suspense. But, after this video, I'm going to start posting only on Fridays. So, I know for the last 2 weeks I've done a Wednesday and Friday episode. That's because at the time of making these videos, I am actually on spring break from school. So with school resuming, I'm going to have a lot less time to do these things. So if I can manage to get more videos out with school going, I will. But for now, we're just going to switch over to every Friday. We got another crusty, or an 82.
It's an 82.
82 copper. Look at that. Anything in those last two?
Nope.
Nope. So Ethan's finds for roll number 1 are just this birth and early childhood. Now that ties us up at 27 points. So we'll get back to you guys when we find something that will put us ahead of the other by a long shot. Okay, guys, so we went through 2 rolls each, and I found 2 40s, a 1944 and a 1947 wheat penny, as well as a 1974 San Francisco and a 2009 formative years. So that gives me an extra 6, 12, 15, 16 points ahead of Ethan. So let's add that up. 16. That brings us to a 3. 43 points. Now, Ethan didn't find anything in 2 rolls, so let's hope that he's no longer on a dry spell after we come back, probably in the next 2 or 3. So after 3 more rolls, Ethan got a 2009 birth and early childhood and a Canadian, but sadly, it's only 1981, so it isn't worth points on our sheet. So that brings Ethan up to 28 points. And then this is what I found in 3 rolls. So I have a 1941 6-point wheat penny, 1953D 5-point wheat penny, a 1953D 5-point wheat penny, and 2 Canadians that are only worth their copper value. So that's another 16 points for me, bringing me up 59 to 28. So I guess I really am blowing him out of the water. Let's see if he can make a comeback. So after 3 more rolls, I only found 2 copper Canadian pennies, not worth any points. But Ethan over here finally broke his dry spell with a 48 wheat, a 35 wheat, and a copper scoring Canadian. With the year, what is that? 1980. So he had 13 points added to his score, so now it's down 59 to 41. He only needs 18 more points to tie me, 19 to win in the last roll. So give me a second, and we'll open those live. Okay, so here it is. Let me open this. This is my last roll for the customer coin roll competition. So once again, I'm up by 18 points. So anything I find in here is basically insult to injury, because I don't honestly think Ethan's going to get anything really good to beat me. So back here, I saw a Canadian fall out. Let's see if we can get the year on that. So a 2009 Canadian, that's not even going to be worth copper content. That is actually going to be 1 point because it is a steel penny, pretty much. Actually, could you hand me my magnet from up there? I got it. Never mind. I don't know if this is a steel. So I learned that they were steel and zinc, and if it sticks to this magnet, it's a steel. If not, it's zinc. It's a zinc, so that's not even going to be worth any points. Okay, so now let's continue going through this roll. And if you see the rainbow on there, that's from some of the crystals I have hanging in my window. So don't be like, oh, look at that, you missed a beautiful toner coin or something like that, because it's not. It's just from the crystals in my window. Another Canadian, 1997, only worth its copper. Whoop! I accidentally knocked you guys over. Sorry about that. So let's keep going. Another 82. So all the 82s you have to weigh up, because in 82 they made half the coins copper and half of them as zinc. So you have to weigh all of them to tell if they're your copper content or not. And last coin, nothing good. So I didn't find anything in that roll except for 2 Canadians, not worth any score, and one's only worth copper points. So give me a second and we'll get over to Ethan's last roll.
This is my last roll of part 2. Hopefully I get something good. I'm down by quite a bit against Scott. Need some good coins in order to pull ahead.
It's 18 points. All you need is 3 40s.
Yeah, but like, am I going to get that?
Who knows? They're customer wrapped. I didn't expect to find any wheat pennies in these customer wrapped rolls. So, you know, miracles exist in this type of stuff. Sorry. But after he's done with his roll, we will do a wrap-up of part 2, and then we will do a part 1 and 2 wrap-up combined. And then after that, we'll give you how much, the weight of copper that we have, how much, how many grams there are, how many pounds there are, and then we'll give you a percentage on how many copper coins were in this out of $18. Finding anything?
No, just coppers.
Just coppers?
Yep.
But remember, the coppers are worth points, so when we do the full part 1 and part 2 wrap-up, we'll add the copper points to our score sheet.
I don't think I have 180 coppers, though. And you have a lot, too.
Hey, who knows? I didn't think I had a lot when I did my $25 box hunt, but then I had over 560 copper coins.
Yeah, but I'm saying you also have a lot. So
This right here is probably at least 100.
yeah, but if you nothing.
Nothing? Okay. So we'll clean this up and then we'll get into the part 2 wrap-up. For part 2 wrap-up, Ethan got 2 birth and early childhood 2009 pennies, 2 copper value 80s Canadians, a 1935 and a 1948 wheat penny. So he actually found the oldest wheat penny in the video today with the 1935. And then you get over to my side. I found a 1959 young head Canadian, 2009 birth and early childhood, and a 2009 formative years, as well as a 1974 San Francisco. Then we get down here, I found a 1944, a 1947, and a 1941 wheat penny, and a 2009. That's not worth any points, but I keep them just because they're from Canada, and they stopped minting them in 2012. I found 2 1953 Denver wheat cents, and then 5 Canadian copper value pennies from 1975 to 1997. So give us a second and we'll be back with the full wrap-up. So this is my wrap-up piece. So I have everything that I showed you, and with all of this copper here, I got 23 more points, bringing me up to 82. And then you have everything over here that we showed you Ethan got with all of his copper, giving him 18 extra points. That brings the final score 82 to 59. So that is a total score of 141 points for the box. Now, if you don't know, 100 points for the box is amazing. That's like the best thing. So if you look, before we added our copper, we had exactly 100 points for the box. So that's amazing. And then we'll be right back with the copper percentage and how many grams and pounds we got. So with all of this, we added up all the weight of the copper coins, the wheat pennies, the Canadians, all that. We got 1,301.45 grams. So since they're 95% copper, that's 1,236.378 grams of just copper content. That means that we have 2.73 pounds of just copper out of all the coins we got in here. So that's about 417, 418 copper coins. That's 23.17% of what we got, which was 1,800 coins, was copper. That is a super high percentage content from these customer wrapped coin rolls. So we'll get into the outro now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this competition. And I will be trying to come out with more as soon as I can, but as a miner, it's hard to get coins from the bank sometimes with rides and stuff like that. So I will be releasing videos, as I said, every Friday now instead of every Wednesday and Friday, with school resuming soon. And I hope you have a great day. This is Pocket Pickers, signing out.